Ryan Bomack McIntyre, Kenny Porter, the trainers for Bud Crawford and Shawn Porter. Gentlemen, welcome to the conversation. Appreciate your time. I don't know if there are any two trainers who are more embedded into the lives of their fighters than the two of you, and for how long that has been, these close relationships. But everyone changes, everyone develops, everyone grows throughout their lives, throughout their careers. Curious, I'll start with you, Bomack. What have you learned about your fighter through this training camp as to where he is now and the changes that he's made?
You know, when the conversation first came up about Porter and it got real serious, I seen a different Terence Crawford.
How so?
The man told us and the coaches, this is going to be one of the hardest camps ever. And it was like that from the day one till the last day we broke camp from Colorado Springs. It's been focus. It's been tunnel vision. It's been nothing but let's go get Shawn.
At a higher level of intensity than you've ever seen?
Way higher level.
Kenny, you and your son have one of the greatest relationships that we've seen in recent pro sports. I'm curious, and I thought you guys were fantastic with the all-access stuff that we all enjoyed with the blood, sweat, and tears to see, and I know you were pressing him on certain things. How would you respond to that as to changes and where you've seen growth and development that's different from the fighter previous?
You mean in camp, or you mean overall?
So in preparation for this fight.
In preparation for this fight, I wouldn't say he did anything different. He approached it the same. A lot of what we've done and what we do is predicated on a foundation. So you got to go through all of those same steps to get to this week right here. So it wasn't a lot of changes. There wasn't a lot of different things that went on. I mean, if someone's telling me they're more intense this camp than they've ever been before, I'm probably looking at them saying, why? You're a professional. You've been doing this for a long time. You should always be serious about what you do, and there should never be any letdown. So, what was it before? Was it a letdown before? And now you have to bring it up to another level. But for us, it's pretty much been the same. We worked, and we peak up to this week, and then here we are.
Champ, what's the answer to why? Why would you feel like you were more intense for this?
It's like this. If he got to push him from round 1 to round 12, it's going to be met like that. I promise you that. So if when I say we took it to the next level, and then I asked him to take it to the next level in the fight, we ain't going to have no problem about doing it. It's real simple.
Terence?
I'm ready for Saturday.
Shawn, in some of the all-access footage we saw, your father was really hammering home the need to concentrate on the back-to-basic fundamentals of snapping out the jab, keeping your hands up, of getting back defensively. For both of you, why that emphasis for this fighter here at this stage of his career?
He's a great fighter, and I watch my fighter more than I watch any other, so I haven't studied Terence. I know he's a great fighter because I've known him for years, but I haven't studied. I don't sit there and just watch tape of Terence from round 1 to the knockout or whoever he's fighting. I don't do that. That's not my way. My thing is to study him and to make sure that he's doing the things that he's supposed to do. So when I don't see those things, I have to try to implement that in to sharpen that up. And that's what you do in the camp. You try to get sharp.
Shawn came out publicly a few times in some of the interviews and said that Terence hasn't been in the ring with anybody who has pushed him past the limits, and he intends to be the guy that does that. Obviously, we all know Shawn's style. We know rugged, aggressive, yet skilled, and how he goes about business. Bud's the kind of guy that always dictates terms, that always has the fight on his terms. Is this one of those classic something's got to give fights? How do you see things playing out here?
Well, we know Shawn gonna come, and we know he's gonna be rugged and try to punch you in your mouth, try to punch you back, and we know that. That's how he been ever since I've been knowing him. And his dad and team has done a great job with that. But one thing they've never done is face a fighter like Terence Crawford. You know, he's different, and we all know that. The whole world knows Terence Crawford is different. That's why he's on the pound-for-pound list for the last 5 years. He could do you this way, he could do you that way. He could hit you in your mouth this way, he could slide on you that way. That's the difference between Terence and Shawn.
Kenny, how do you view Terence? If you were to give the man on the street a scouting report on Terence Crawford, what would be your answer?
Just as I said, he's a great fighter. But, you know, as his coach said, he's different. Everyone in here has a different opinion. Somebody likes my suit, somebody doesn't. Somebody likes Terrence's clothes, somebody doesn't. Somebody thinks this guy won that round, somebody thought that guy won that round. The fight on Saturday night is determined by everyone's opinion. It's not like basketball. We don't get to shoot the three-pointer. It goes up. We see the score. It's not like football. We don't get to kick the field goal. We see the score. After every round, it's someone's opinion around that ring. Then there's the ringside people. They give their opinion. Then there's the nosebleed seats. They give their opinion. There's the people back home watching pay-per-view, but at the same time on Instagram trying to give their opinion. Boxing is not a science. It's an opinion. It's our job on Saturday night to make sure that the opinion swings our way.
Both guys 34 years old, both guys over a year-plus layoff. How did you approach things with the layoff?
Well, we stay in the gym. He's always active, not just only with boxing and basketball, wrestling, fishing, playing around with Wayne, just being around the gym, helping the kids, on the wrestling side, the boxing side. So he stay active all the time. Constantly running, his model is at least 3 to 4 times a week in the gym if he ain't got nothing coming up.
Matt, Kenny, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more from here in Vegas. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.